So it's been about 3 weeks since I've released a video like this, so in today's video we will be going through my hedge portfolio. Now if you are new to the channel, then welcome. My name's Stephen Harvey, and on the channel you will find all sorts of kinds of things like investing, online business, and even some money saving tips. So if you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button down below. It's greatly appreciated. Now I would like to note that this video is sponsored by Hatch, so if you haven't created a Hatch account yet, you can do so. It's completely free by using the link down below, and you'll get yourself $20 to start investing with. I'd like to add on to that everything that you see in this video is for entertainment purposes. I'm not a financial advisor, and all of the views and opinions in this video are of my own and not of Hatch. And so I would like to point out, if you are new to investing, Hatch do actually have a free investing course, so you can check it out here. I will leave a link for that in the description as well. It's completely free, and you can learn how to put your money to work in 2020. So you can go and check that out down below. Now I have actually added one new stock to my portfolio, and we will get to check that out a little bit further on in the video. But before I do so, let's jump into my computer and we can have a look at my current stock portfolio value. And we can see here, I show it in New Zealand dollars, and it is $5,902. And then our total returns are sitting around about almost $1,600, or almost 37%. So really awesome to see this kind of return, especially since the market's low back in March. A lot of investing has gone into this portfolio over those times, and since then, since the recovery of this market, slowly I've been recovering the portfolio. And we can have a look here. A little hint of one of my top performers is Nikola, and I have actually made a video about this before, so I'll leave it up in, I think, this corner up here or this corner here. If you want to check that video out, I was talking about VTIQ or Vector IQ, and also Nikola Motors and their plans of merging, so you can see all that in that video. But over those last 3 weeks, they have in fact completed that merger, and so if I scroll down here, we can have a look at my current investment in Nikola. So this has now changed. On my last video, it did say Vector IQ, and now says Nikola Corporation with the ticker symbol NKLA. I do actually own 10 shares, so I have another 2 shares in a different portfolio account with the average cost price there and the current price. So you can see here, this is in New Zealand dollars, so if we do actually look at Nikola right here, we can see it's sitting around $73 US. And actually after market, we can even see it's been going up and up and up after hours. In terms of my own opinion on this, I do think it's great, because obviously who doesn't want to be making more money from their stock picks, especially with only 10 shares. Obviously part of me is saying I wish I bought more, but I did do this stock buy or the stock pick out of pure speculation. So I didn't want to risk too much money. I only wanted to risk as much as I would be happy to lose if things did go a different direction. But you can see my total returns on that stock there is $577. And we also have Tesla, and Tesla as well has made a massive bull run over the last 3 weeks. We can have a look over the last 5 days here. We can see it's kind of sitting around in the $800 range, and then all of a sudden it's made a nice big push up into the 900s and currently sitting at around $950. It's gone down a little bit after hours though, but if we do have a look back at my portfolio, we can see my current holdings in Tesla here. I've only got 2.8 shares. This is the average cost, this is the current price, and its current value just over $4,000. So we're sitting about $1,000 in the green with that one as well. Then we have Uber, which was in my last video. I did mention that was my new stock buy that I picked, with about almost 6 shares in Uber, and that's sitting nicely in the green. Not obviously as a lot as these two here, but $40 is still quite positive. And then moving on to my new stock pick right here, and that is Facebook. Okay, Facebook, I only got myself not even half a share of Facebook at an average cost of 350 New Zealand dollars. So if we actually, I'll scroll up and I'll change this for you guys just so we can actually view these prices in US dollars. I wanted to show the value in New Zealand dollars of my portfolio, but if we're actually looking at the stock price, it gives you a better idea if we look at US dollars. So I brought it in around about $230 a share, and the current value, so because I only own just under half, it's about $99. And so we can have a look here. We can see over the last month what Facebook's been doing. It was sitting around $200 a share. It was actually another stock which I was tossing up between Uber and Facebook, depending on which one I wanted to buy. You know, hindsight's 2020. At the end of the day, I could have bought Facebook at around about $200, and then we're now sitting around $230. That's no problem though. I do plan on holding this stock over the next 5 to 10 years, and that's the main thing about it. Is It's not about the short-term gains or wanting to sell out in the next year. I believe that this stock, if you are planning to hold it for the next 5 to 10 years and you have that outlook, then this is quite a good stock to pick. But as I said earlier in the video, I'm not a financial advisor, but I will crunch a little bit of numbers that really determined why I wanted to pick a stock like this. And so the first influence of my stock pick with Facebook is looking at their Q1 financial results or their balance sheet here. So we can have a look. Here we've got the cash and short-term investments. So we've got about $60 billion here just in liquidity. And then also if we have a look a little bit further, so this is this one right here. And then we also have a look down further here in total current assets. They have almost $70 billion here in current assets. So business does come down to assets and liabilities as well. So we can have a look at Facebook's liabilities, and their total current liabilities here are $15 billion. So you can see that this is one of the reasons why Facebook has one of the best balance sheets in the world. And so you can see if you take Facebook's liquidity through their cash and short-term investments, and then you minus away that $15 billion in liabilities, there you can actually see that Facebook could actually go on making almost little to no money, and they'd still be all right for quite a while. And even by looking at their income statement, you can also see that Facebook's net income is up about 102% year over year. That's around about $4.9 billion as well. Now, moving past the financial stuff, I would also like to look into the news as well. And over the last 3 to 4 weeks, Facebook did announce their release of Facebook Shops. So you can see introducing Facebook Shops, helping small businesses sell online. And so in the news lately, Facebook have released news that they will be partnering with WooCommerce and Shopify and some other partners as well to introduce Facebook Shops to small businesses. And so this actually gives the capabilities to live streams where they can actually just link products directly to their stream for their viewers or their subscribers or followers to actually make purchases from them. And I think this could be a massive step for Facebook because obviously the biggest competitor in terms of online retail at the moment is Amazon. And Facebook, what they're doing is they're now stepping into this retail space, offering these Facebook shops, and all of a sudden they're taking on Amazon. And we can see that Facebook have a lot of data. They have a lot of user data, and by using that user data, they're able to take those people and convert them into paying customers for other people using the platform or into buyers on other people's stores. I also like to talk about long-term drivers for Facebook, okay? If you don't know already, Facebook own WhatsApp. They also own Instagram as well. They took over WhatsApp in about 2014, and since then have established it as the most popular messaging app in the world. And the crazy thing with that as well is WhatsApp isn't even monetized with ads yet. There's so much potential with this app. The crazy thing with WhatsApp as well is they have about 1 billion users who spend roughly 195 minutes per week using the application. And so if Facebook did actually decide to monetize the application like WhatsApp, they could do so. Let's say an idea could be the fact that they could pair it with Facebook Shops so that people can actually push and advertise their Facebook Shops through WhatsApp as well. There's so much potential with using this app, especially the fact that they have so many users using it. And lastly, Facebook is not dying. Facebook is growing and growing very, very well. Facebook's growth really is non-stop with about 1.7 billion daily active users in Q1 and 2.6 billion monthly active users as well. And so that comes down to Facebook's biggest money-making point, and that is their advertising. Advertising is all about the amount of eyes that you can actually get onto somebody's advert. And the fact that they've got 2.6 billion monthly active users shows you that they've got about a third of the world's population. So our population of the world is about 7 billion. And so they've got about a third of the world's population basically looking at an app that is owned by Facebook. So I'm comparing these numbers between WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook. These apps here, 2.6 billion people every single month looking at these apps. And you can see Facebook is consistently growing year on year along the way. And so that is a massive long-term driver for the company. However, those are the main things that influenced me to buy Facebook. Like I mentioned earlier, if you do have an outlook of this stock for the next 5 years or 10 years, then I definitely recommend it as a buy right now. However, if you are looking for a stock where you want to make a profit within the next year, then I don't recommend Facebook. You'll probably make a small profit, but definitely not as much as what you may make over the next 5 to 10 years. But that is all for today's video. As we can see on the portfolio here, we have about $1,600 in profit right now. So that's really awesome to see. Let's keep this going along. If you liked the video, hit the like button down below. As I mentioned earlier as well, don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one.